Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video of Chem Solve. Today's topic is alcohol. So let's start it. So the topic name is alcohol. Okay. So what are alcohols? Let's look at the definition. Alcohols are homologous series of organic compounds which have OH group as a functional group. So their functional group is OH. This is the recognition of alcohol. Whenever we will see the OH group in any of the organic compound, so we will categorize it as alcohol. Okay. So a journal alcohol will have ROH. This is the journal formula. Okay. So how can we make any alcohol formula? So look at journal formula. Journal formula of the alcohol is CN H2N plus 1 and OH, where N is the number of carbon atom. Understood? Okay, so whenever I will have to make any alcohol, I will just replace this N with that number and I will make the formula. How does it work? Let's look an example. But before example, we will see that how can we name alcohol. Naming an alcohol. We just have to add OL at the end of the name. For example, if I have methane, so I will drop the E and I will add OL. So the name would be methanol. So drop E and OL at the end of the name. Now let's understand it with the help of some examples. So let's name few alcohols and write there molecular formula. Okay, how does it work? Let's see. For example, if I want to prepare an alcohol with carbon number 1, so the name would be methane, but I will drop this E and I will add ol. Now just keep this general formula in your mind, that is CN H2N plus 1 OH. So carbon number is 1. So carbon 1, H, 2 into 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3 and OH. Now if carbon number is 2, so that would be ethane, right? But we will eliminate this E and instead we will add ol, ethanol. Now carbon number are 2, hydrogen is 2 into 2 is 4 plus 1, 5 and OH. If carbon number is 3, this is propane. We are going to drop this E again and we'll add ol instead. The formula would be C3H 2 into 3 plus 1, that is 7 OH. Similarly, if carbon number is 4, that is butane, but as usual we will drop this E and we will add ol at the end. Carbon number is 4 and H is 2 into 4, 8 plus 1 is 9 OH. So I hope you would have understand that how to name an alcohol and how to write down its molecular formula. Now look at the methods that how can we prepare an alcohol. There are basically two ways for the preparation of an alcohol. We will discuss both of them. Preparation of alcohol. Okay, so there are two methods. Number one is hydration of alkene and number two is fermentation. So let's discuss both of these methods one by one. The first method is hydration of alkenes. Okay. So what we have to do for the hydration of alkene? We will take any of the alkene, like literally any of the alkene, and we will add steam in it. It is actually water, but due to very high temperature, it have turned into alkene, and the conditions are 300 degrees Celsius temperature, 60 atm pressure, and H3PO4 phosphoric acid is a catalyst. This is an addition reaction and it will produce alcohol. So this is a journal reaction for the preparation of alkene. Now I'm going to take the example of ethene. So ethene is carbon 2, a double bond is in between. Okay, what will happen? I will add steam in it. Because it is steam, so I will write gas. The condition will remain same as such and it will turn into an alcohol. This alcohol has 2 carbon, so the name would be ethanol. Okay. Let's understand it, that how does it work. Basically, ethene has double bond in between and there are 4 hydrogen which are attached in this way, and we are going to add steam, that is actually water. So what will happen? This double bond will break. One of the hydrogen will move to this carbon and this hydroxyl group will move to this carbon. So resultantly, what we will get, This is one carbon, this is one hydrogen, again the second hydrogen, double bond is being changed into single bond, the third hydrogen and the fourth hydrogen. These are the hydrogens which are already present in alkane. Alright, and this is the new hydrogen which came from water, and this is the hydroxyl group that came from water. So in this way, if I could write it, so this would be Ca3 CH2 OH, and due to the presence of this OH function group, it is an alcohol. I hope it makes sense to you. So what are the conditions? For the reactions, the condition is a catalyst, that is H3PO4, temperature, that is 300 degrees Celsius, and pressure, that is 60 atm. This is something that you must remember. Okay, now coming towards the second method for the preparation of the alkene, and that method is called fermentation. This is the second method. Okay, what is this method? Fermentation is basically anaerobic respiration. What is anaerobic respiration? Bio student must have an idea about this. It is in the absence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration of yeast, which uses glucose and produces alcohol. Okay, so how does it work? We take glucose and it is changed into ethanol plus carbon dioxide. This is the word equation. We know that the formula for the glucose is C6H12O6. It changes into ethanol, that is C2H5OH, and carbon dioxide, that is CO2. Let's balance the equation. We need to put 2 with both of them. What are the conditions for this reaction? These conditions are: number 1, absence of oxygen; number 2, presence of yeast; number 3, a neutral pH; and number 4, temperature around 25 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius. So the presence of yeast is must have for this reaction. Another important point is that we can make any alcohol by hydration of alkene method, because it depends upon the alkene The number of the carbon atom present in the alkene will determine the number of the carbon atom present in the alcohol. So we can make any alcohol by using this method, but fermentation only yields ethanol and no other alcohol. This is the very important point to remember. All right. So next we are going to discuss about properties of alcohol. Let's talk about the physical properties of alcohol first. Okay. Alcohols are volatile liquid. At room temperature and pressure, they are colorless and smell sweet. Next property. Their solubility decreases as molecular size increases. So we can say that CH3OH would be more soluble as compared to C4H9OH. Although most of them are soluble in water. Now coming towards the third point. Their boiling point increases as the molecular size increases. What is the reason behind it? Because if there would be more atom present, then there would be more force of attraction. Chemical properties of alcohol. The first property is combustion. We know that all organic compounds combust in the presence of oxygen, so as alcohol. So whenever we will take an alcohol and it will be combusted in the presence of oxygen, and as it would be the complete combustion, so it will yield carbon dioxide and water. This combustion is known as complete combustion. Okay. So how does it work? Let's take example of ethanol, C2H5OH. So we need oxygen, and it will produce only two things, carbon dioxide and water, and that's it. Now we have to balance the equation. Here are two carbon and here is only one carbon, so I need to put 2 here in order to balance it. Now look at hydrogen. How many hydrogen are here? 5 and 1. There are 6 hydrogen here, and there's only 2 hydrogen here, so I will put 3, so it's 6 now. Look at oxygen. Oxygen is 2. Here oxygen is 2 and 1, 3, and here are 2 2s are 4 and 3 here are 7. So how do I balance it? I will just put 3 here. So it is now 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7 and 2 2s are 4 and 3 7. So both sides are balanced now. Now coming towards the second property, that is called oxidation. My dear student, oxidation takes place in two ways. The first is in the presence of atmospheric oxygen, and second method is in the presence of an oxidizing agent. Okay, now there are two things that you should keep in mind. The product will remain same in both methods. How? We take an alcohol, it will be oxidized by any of the method we have discussed above, and it will produce two things. The one is carboxylic acid and water, and that's it. Alcohol is OH and carboxylic acid is COOH. Okay, and here I used a word oxidizing agent, so we use basically two oxidizing agent in O level and IGCSE chemistry, and they are acidified potassium manganate, seven. It changes color from purple to colorless. And the other oxidizing agent used is acidified potassium dichromate, and it changes color from orange to green. Okay, so now look at the equation. If we are going to use oxidizing agent method or we are going to use atmospheric oxygen method, both will work in the same way. So I will just take CH3, CH2, OH, ethanol, and I will add oxygen, and it will be changed into CH3, CH2, CH3, COOH, and H2. So basically this CH3 remains same. I just took out this hydrogen from here, and this hydrogen is here. And instead of this hydrogen, I add this CO here, this CO here. And O came from here, from the oxygen. The oxidizing agent method will also work the same way. I will take alcohol, and for the for the oxidizing agent we write oxygen like this. It will produce exactly same thing. This is called ethanoic acid. So ethanol is converted into ethanoic acid. So the number of carbon atom, let me write here, the number of carbon atoms present in alcohol will determine the number of carbon atoms present in carboxylic acid. All right. So basically we learned two important points from here. One point is hydration of any alkene produces respective alcohol, and 300 degrees Celsius is a temperature, 60 atm is a pressure, and H3PO4 is a catalyst. While the second point to remember is oxidation of any alcohol will produce corresponding carboxylic acid. All right. Now coming towards the last part of the lecture, and that is uses of alcohol. Okay, so alcohol is used as a solvent in perfumes and different cosmetic items. It is also used in alcoholic drinks in Western countries. It is used in some glues as well, and it is used as a fuel. So that's all about alcohol. Thank you so much for watching. Allah.